So welcome guys to our upcoming open division map between First Fabulous Fighter versus FES Academy Bhava. I'm your host Daks, and it seems like we are going to be getting started quite shortly. Both teams trying to get their players into the lobby. Seems like though there are internet issues abound today. Personally, I had to reset my whole setup. Just, those underwater cables really being a bane in the Pacific region. But right here, right now, here for First Fabulous Fighter, we got Miko, we have two. We also have Hachua hidden, as well as Malgam in the lobby, waiting on for that last member here for the blue hand side. And in the meantime, for FES Academy, Bhava, easy clap, and alone apparently going to be our early birds as everyone else trying to make sure that their VPNs as well as their server settings are all ready to go for this upcoming match. It seems like the First Fabulous Fight they're going to be picking up Lijiang Tower as their first map. We saw this yesterday against CG Athena. They were able to just dominate in many different capacities on both Night Market as well as Control Center. Night Market, of course, especially without the Lucio right now, very difficult to get the objective without having a clash, and that is why they play the Symmetra instead. Teleport up on top, go for the brawl, and play on such defensive end. Our hero bands for this session are Soldier 76, Sombra, as well as Winston and Lucio. So no music, no speed boost, none of those antics coming our way yet again. Highly unfortunate we got stuck in a hero pool like this due to the fact that Overwatch basically getting cancelled left, right, and center. Now, honestly, having this hero pool without Lucia has really changed things up for a number of teams who did rely on having that speedster for a number of compositions. Those Ryan, Diva, Ryan, Orisas really struggling in terms of getting the gap closed, but they can still put up fights, especially with that Brigitte. Sometimes he's even a better composition, and it seems like Bhava just going to be missing one, both sides missing one player each. This is truly the final countdown here and now, and with the easy clap alone, gonna be Shrine Unknown as well as Jun. It's a pretty Singaporean roster here and now for Team Bhava. Alone in the meantime, from the Philippines, playing from Hong Kong. This guy really going around the world, if I remember correctly, was part of a few PH teams earlier on. And here we go. Swatao K even gonna be rounding the roster here for Team Bhava. Gonna be an interesting motley crew, that's for sure. But by this point in time, it's all on FFF's side. Just need to get that last member on in, and we can get started into our match. Here we go, guys. Our first map gonna be Lijiang Tower has already been confirmed. We are just waiting to see when this last member of FFF gonna be coming our way. First Fabulous Fighter, what a Freaky Friday name. And I feel like it's a tongue twister waiting to happen. I'd love to see, actually, I'd love to see Gardens this time, especially since we got a taste of what they were gonna be up to yesterday. Right now, oh, just waiting on, trying to see who's on what team. And yeah, just the lobby, man, just the lobby, trying to fix the lobby over there. You go. So yes, Team FFF waiting for that last guy. And yesterday we also saw King's Row, we also saw Junkertown. So it did really show that Team FFF really having basically the Widow and the Hanzo as a composition they can rely on. A really solid hit scan prowess from Hidden himself. He's so solid with getting as many hits as possible with that Widowmaker, with the McCree, making really big openings for his team. And right now, though, it seems like Laura's not going to be potentially playing today. We'll see which member of the Team FFF roster is going to be going on. So yeah, the standings, though, we've said it before, but we'll say it again. FES Academy Bhava, all the way at 5-2, as alongside First Fabulous Fighter. But FES Academy Bhava having a pretty big caveat for their standings. They are only at the 50% OMW, and they only have 15 map wins under their belt. This does mean that they were able to get the full 5 feet, but their points all the way down below with the 15 as well. So it really goes to show that they weren't able to play anything that wasn't basically a 3-0, and basically it means a few things, that there are more likely that there are buys over anything else, with a pretty low LMW that. So this is truly a test here for FES Academy Bava. Can they prove that they are not just all about bias, but actually about winning games? And we, with their rankings, with their stats, will they be able to go for their standard 3-0 in any shape or form? In the meantime, First Fabulous Fight, they're trying to climb up the ranks and really join the top Korean teams in the top of the standings. If I remember correctly, that should be Haribo and LLG. All the way up top, Game Coach Academy, if they are Korean as well. I'm not too sure if they're Korean or Chinese. But beyond all that, in our top 12, only 12 slots. Gonna be moving on over to the playoffs this time, as 4 from Trials gonna be dropping on down, including our fan favorite Savior Esports. Highly unfortunate, but it seems like the king is dead. Long live the king! But maybe, just maybe, they can get a little more succession on. Alongside those Korean Chinese teams, we are going to wait on as well to see what the Japanese teams have in store for us, with Fortuna all the way up there as well, Savaga Daisuke, Icicle Fenrir, 7Ds, LA Plus, which we'll see later on, all of them high on up in those standings. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, seems like an extra member of Baba gonna be in the match for some weird reason. But it might actually be time to fix things up in terms of the ruling. So every 10 minutes you do forfeit a map, and hopefully we can fix things up with the administration. So right now, as we are waiting on for our match to start, we'll take a little break and we'll be right back as soon as we can get everything set on up. Okay, guys, seems like we are finally gonna get started into our match for Team FFF. It's gonna be Miko 2, as well as Hachun Wahid and Gloria, as well as Amalgam. In the meantime, for FES, it's Easy Clap, Ashley, Lone Shrine, Unknown, and Jun. So a good mix here. And now for FES Academy Bava, of some Thai, some Singapore, some Philippines. If I remember correctly, if I did forget another nationality or two, my mistake. But basically, SCA fully represented here by Team FES Academy Bava. And hopefully we can make it to our second match without any delays. We'll see though if either of these sides can actually get the 3-0 to begin with. Lijiang Tower, guys, is waiting for us in the first place. But Right now, it seems like there is a small little rule dispute in order. Just trying to make sure that everything is a-okay in this setup. And yeah, hopefully that it all pans out well here for both sides, for both teams, for both of these teams in the first place. Anyway, well, seems like a small little rule dispute, but we'll be right back, guys, okay? Okay, guys, seems like it's finally time to get started for our upcoming match. Hopefully it goes really well here and for both of our teams. As it's finally time, it took a while. It took a while for our setup to get these games going, to get these guys ready to go. But eventually, it's all happened at the right times. And finally, let's get into our match. No forfeits whatsoever. We are a-okay here and now. And Team FFF versus FES Academy Bhava. Let's get into the matchup. And round 8 of the Open Division Pacific Season 2 gonna be coming our way. So welcome, guys, to our first map of the night. It's gonna be Lijiang Tower here and now. It's Miko 2, Hachunwa, Hidden Glory, as well as Malcolm here for the side of Team FFF. And on the opposite end for FES Academy Bhava, it's Easy Clap, Ashley, Lone Shrine, Unknown, and Jun. We'll see how this can pan out for both of our teams as Symmetras already littering the field here on Night Market. Such an effective strategy to begin with, able to teleport up on top and pretty much demolish anyone trying to get on the inside with those turret nests. So will Team FFF actually commit on to this one? Teleporter antics gonna be all abound as soon as they get to the stall area, find the window to actually come on with the opportunity. Move on in, set up on the points. Team FFF looking to play the tried and tested build, but on the opposite end, FES Academy Bhava will be running on out with the same old thing. A mirror matchup here and now Brig Batiste as well. And onto the high ground will potentially go, but FES Academy Bhava lagging down behind. You can already see the Team FFF a little more nuanced in how to set things up. And 2 frags already here for the Korean squad, dominating onto the corner, getting takedown after takedown after takedown. Very quick team kill there. And the blue hand side getting this initial capture. So start things off here for Team Blue. It is going to be FFF on the points, getting the objective done. Good thing here though for Malcolm, he is going to be coming close to that shatter. And the Reinhardt swings are abound all around the map. In the meantime though, we'll see how this is going to pan out in this matchup. As Team FFF going to be out in the front, Fire Strike going to get connected there. Halt courtesy of Hachunwa as well, keeping the Reinhardt in a good spot to actually get things done. But anyway though, the push comes to shove, and Team FFF with a very quick team kill yet again, just demolishing the action. One fell swoop. Very effective work here, and now from Team FFF to the high ground they go. First Fabulous Fighter looking absolutely beautiful so far. And in the meantime, it's going to be Hidden looking to set on up yet again. Seems like we are having a few technical issues right now. It's going to be restarting the game later on after this map. And Gloria going to be going for shot after shot. Teleport antics. Hidden, bringing it back to the fold, making sure that it is going to be a fine and dandy affair. But by this point in time, Team FFF looking on forward. Here comes through right now with the Amp Matrix. Ice Wall set on up by Gloria as well. But in behind, it's Jun coming in with the Reaper. And the Blizzard is available. Team FFF pushing on forward. Lone in the meantime, going for the Fire Strike. But he's going to try to commit onto the point. Gonna get taken down instead. Hidden, mopping up in this instance. And the Korean squad just able to dominate the action yet again. Solid effort so far here. And now for Team First Fabulous Fighter. With 77% and counting, it's all blue in this instance. It seems like Lijiang Tower truly their stomping grounds. And now to the high ground we go with Hidden. Can set up a floating barrier all the way in behind. In the meantime, too, gonna be looking for a perch, sniping with that hit scan Batiste. And Gloria ready with the Blizzard, waiting for the call to actually get the Frost onto the doorway. It's time to see how the action is gonna unfold as there we go with Ashley throwing over his Blizzard. In the meantime, Jun gonna be there as well. Shatter connecting. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Unknown in the meantime with that supercharger. And in behind, it's the rally. Easy clap. Gonna be trying to clap some cheeks here and now, trying to get the action going. Shield bash on to the Reinhardt, but it's just not enough. It's still Team First Fabulous Fighter able to dominate, able to execute, and they win things out 100-0.
Score 1-0.
So a good start, ladies and gentlemen, here for Team FFF, but this time we are going to be on to the Gardens instead. Now, the real question is, what kind of composition will First Fabulous Fighter bring to the table? It seems like a Widowmaker potentially in order here for Hidden. He's pretty effective at getting snipe after snipe after snipe. With the grapple hook, able to move on over to the other side of the map, other side of the bridgeway. They'd be pretty effective to just get on a way out of dodge. But really right now, Team First Fabulous Fighter really need to play into those sightlines here for the Widowmaker. And in the meantime, oh no! Malgum! Terrible start here for First Fabulous Fighter. Messes up the rollout, gonna fall on down. Now without the Wrecking Ball, there is gonna be no punish whatsoever. Almost getting poop onto 2 here courtesy of Ashy. And FES Academy Bhava ruling the skyline so far. It's gonna be far versus far though between Gloria and Ashy. Team FFF hugging the north hand side. Anytime this Wrecking Ball trying to roll on over 2 frags on the board. Pile driver now connecting Hidden, just popping off and popping heads. And this Widowmaker right now all the way on the south side, completely dominating this aspect of the map. Another quick team kill here for Team First Fabulous Fighter, and it does unfold into 2 different ways. Team FFF able to execute pretty quickly, but at the same time, good discipline here for FES Academy Bhava, basically resetting as early as possible in these instances. Anyway, Hidden now with a headshot onto Jun, able to get the kill onto the opposing Widowmaker. On the flip side though, Shrine right now gonna go for the Resurrection and looking around, trying to spot out where that Pharah is. Jun playing all the way in behind. They'll be looking to play as safe as possible. Trying to find where that Eagle is going to be soaring on over. And Gloria, just an absolute stalwart from above. This is going to be a big shockwave as soon as he lands on down. But that's what the thrusters are for, softening the blow. Hidden again with the headshot, taking care of Jun. Infrasight now is available. Ashley in the meantime trying to get closer, and this Tracer is pushing on forward, but Hidden, unstoppable, unfallible. Gonna be able to get the shot yet again, tagging the shoulder of the Tracer. Here comes the bully onto Diana, and this has been an absolute slaughter here, courtesy of Team First Fabulous Fighter. FES Academy Bhava, unable to really respond in kind. And this is already due to the fact that Team FFF losing their Wrecking Ball at the very start. FES Academy Bhava had a free chance earlier on, but seems like Hidden having so much talent in behind, able to put a stop to any of these antics. Anyway, speaking of Hidden, the Widowmaker playing all the way at the corner. Gonna be looking to try and get a shot or 2 as soon as the decision comes. In the meantime, Ashley right now on this Tracer, trying to find a way to actually blink on forward. But he's using his resources not in the best way. Now push comes to shove. And speaking of the shove, here comes Lone and Unknown. Both Wrecking Balls having a little bit of a meeting there, convening on the side. And here comes the Blue Hand team that try to go for the push. Self-destruct right here, right now, though, courtesy of Hachinwa. The Diva just looking to dominate his counterparts. Nana boost as well, courtesy of 2. And this is just Team FFF absolutely bringing lambs to the slaughter. It's gonna be a feast here for the Korean squad, as that was an absolute clinical approach here on Lijiang Tower. Play of game goes over to our Reinhardt Amalgam. Well played there to first Fabulous Fighter. Taking this one yet again 2-0. Similar to last night. And hey, that's how you win out with style. Ladies and gentlemen, seems like our next map now going to be picked up by FES Academy Bhava. What will it be? Will it be our standard? That is Lijiang Tower, that is King's Row rather, as Lijiang Tower itself ending on a pretty somber note here for the losing side. There we go though, Lijiang Tower taken by Team FFF. In the meantime, FES Academy Bhava gonna be picking up King's Row instead. On King's Row, it's all about trying to play as close to your opponent as possible. All about beating on those distances and making sure to get rid of the opposition from the high ground. And right now, Team FFF is showing that they are truly the champions here and now in this scenario. How will FES Academy Bhava respond? It seems like both sides are getting ready to go, just convening, making sure the strategies are set and done. But for Team FFF, yesterday we were able to see that they are so stable on that high ground, playing that double barrier with the Zen Batiste boots, really amplifying the damage that their team can do. But in the meantime, FES Academy Bhava was willing to try out a number of different compositions. But as we move now into King's Row, map number 2, in this best of 5, first to 3, we'll take this series. And don't go anywhere, guys, after this matchup, as we are going to have another match for you tonight. That is going to be FES Academy Riptide versus LA Plus of Japan. I'm pretty excited to get into that matchup as well. Honestly, that was the first matchup we were going to do. And then, apparently, timetables have been moved from 8, it became 9 PM. It gave us time to get another match going. And what better way than to showcase the other FES Academy team. But unfortunately right now, it seems like the spotlight on Bhava, and they are faltering in this instance. Can they get rid of their stage frights and move on over to a better result, to actually fight for their lives? As it's time to get into King's Row, the subways can be infested here by Team FFF. But they move on out with actually the Rhyme Diva in the cards. It's not going to be the Orisa singer whatsoever from yesterday. It's a whole new ball game. But still, the standard that is the May and McCree, Gloria and Hidden, can be playing into the meta. Brig on as well, pretty much the only substitutes in this instance without that Lucio in the field.
I'm on it.
First Fabulous Fighter are going to be looking to brawl, especially with the 2 melee characters out in front. The Diva, of course, is going to be so useful to make sure that anyone on the high ground can be forced on down, and Hachinwa going to be looking around to make sure that it works out in their favor. But I digress, it's time to get back into the action. It's time to get back into the fights, as it's King's Row now! Game number 2 out of 5. FES Academy Bhava having a lot to prove in this one, looking to make sure that they can get things to work. But in the meantime, it's Lone gonna be charging up out in front. Anondo getting separated away from his main tank, and it's actually Mika with the kill on the Ashy. A little too late there on the ice wall, as Team FFF is just so quick on the execution. But first Fabulous Fighter, you can really say that they are first in this scenario, first class as well with their push on in. Every single time Gloria is able to just ascend with the wall, everyone just able to push on in as well. By this point in time, Team FFF, even going for a small little spawn camp there, they are going to try to get a chokehold on as much as possible. The real question is here, though, for what FES is what they're going to be planning with this Batiste Brig composition. Now, the Amp Matrix is going to be so effective at amplifying whatever Jun is trying to do. But it's all about the flanks, it's all about the angles. And Jun right now rotating, trying to get to the other side. Ice Waldo set on up. It's going to be a stun onto many in the front. And here we go with the I-Field Shrine, trying to make sure his whole team is going to stay alive. But never mind, as Malcolm gets the Shatter of the Century, and Team First Fabulous Fighter gonna be ringing the bell on the reception. Jun, the last to fall, a team kill yet again. And let's watch that one in the replay. You can see that FES Academy Bhava trying to survive and tried with an eye field early. Forced on now, it's gave the opportunity there for the Earth Shatter to come. By this point in time, first Fabulous Fighter just holding the choke as much as possible. Lone gonna be on that second floor, trying to lead up the pack. Lone in the meantime, dropping on down first. Seems like the barrier gonna be lagging on behind. There we go though with the Blizzard. And it seems like FES Academy Bhava already expecting this result. So they will take this in stride. They are gonna try to look for a pick up or two. Fire Grenade though, courtesy of two. Gonna be able to get the toss on that yet again. And out with the garbage, out with those quarantine supplies. The anti-healed corpses gonna get felled on over yet again. Team first Fabulous Fighter really making a strong case for themselves, looking to truly make it to the playoffs and get a deep run. This is round 8, ladies and gentlemen, so after this, 2 more weeks of open division and we are going to be back into the playoffs. Hopefully we can do a similar setup as before, but maybe even better. Here we go though with the fire grenade shatter right now, the courtesy of Lone actually going to connect. And can FES Academy Bhava make things work? As there we go with the self-destruct. Unknown gonna be able to get two. In the meantime, there we go with the Jedi. And the right-hand side trying to put the fights yet again. Seems like our HUD actually disappearing here and now. But Shrine Ashley on the board yet again. On to the point we go here for FES Academy Bhava. And what happened? This is the first time I've seen this little glitch here in Overwatch. From one camera to two. There we go though with their taken. 3:32 on the clock though, and FES Academy Bhava gonna be coming on out, finally getting an objective in their way. So anyway, by this point in time, it seems like FES Academy is gonna be time. It seems like the Reinhardt's gonna be going for the brawl. Oh, that's a small little disconnect. Seems like there was just a little bit of a render issue there. But we should be back later on, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, we are back. Sorry about that disconnect. Really weird issue there. But hey, still, FES Academy Bhava gonna be out in front. Don't worry guys, everything is set. You'll never miss a minute of the action, even with disconnects. As here for the blue hand side of Team FFF. Lone gonna get taken down there. The stun just connecting, unfortunately, and Shrine in the meantime. Eyefield gonna be used on up with Amp Matrix though, ready to go. For FES Academy Bhava, it's all about trying to get the Pierce on, trying to get as much damage to go on forward. But in the meantime, here we go yet again with the damage being done. Lone will be marching on up to the Archway. Hopefully though, everything is a-okay. As here comes the rally already. Easy clap and Ashy trying to make things work. Hidden though with the Deadeye being prime on the left hand side, and Unknown desperate to try and make it there. Seems like the defense matrix though eating up the Blizzard from the blue hand side, and this is a chance here for FES Academy Bhava, making sure the Winter Wonderland is not gonna be their bane. But you know what is gonna be the problem here? It's that Reinhardt absolutely glowing. Team FFF with Malgium all the way taking points. Nano boost onto the Ryan, making sure that he is a-okay. A minute 43 right here, right now for FES Academy Bhava. They're going to be coming on out with the Shadow available. In the meantime, though, it's Shun. Deadeye ready to go for FES Academy Bhava. It's all about taking high ground. It's all about making sure that they are ready to fight in this scenario. And with the Shatter and the Deadeye, Self-Destruct gonna be coming online soon. But anyway, here comes the counter Self-Destruct bomb in behind. Gonna get absolutely nothing. Good position here from Bhava as they stay onto the high ground. But counter Shatter's here and now. We'll see if FFF can actually go for the brawl. Absolute chaos between our two tanks. But in the end, it's gonna be the Blue Reinhardt winning out yet again. Team first Fabulous Fighter, defending the corner as strong as possible. This has truly been a clinic here, even losing out in a few instances with their ultimates. Solid effort so far from Unknown, trying to get the DM onto the Mei as much as possible, trying to chomp onto that Blizzard. But in the end, it seems like the Blue Reinhardt is able to outclass the opposition. And Malgium right now has been an absolute MVP. A lot of trust though, courtesy to the Ana, really giving the nano boost in many of these scenarios. But anyway, onto the right hand side, stays Unknown, looking for a potential bomb through the rooftops. Peter Pan might be proud of this one, as the ice wall set on up yet again. Charges come on over, nano boost right now, but here comes the bomb in behind! And that is gonna be two getting taken down. Gloria though with the counter kill, taking care of Lone, and with the Reinhardts of Malcolm still staying on to the objective. He's buying time for the rest of the team to actually come on back as one. But Gloria stunned on up, taken down here by Jin. In the meantime, Hidden taking the flank on. It seems like the Red McCree gonna be able to take the victory here. FES Academy Bhava still battling. Overtime push gonna be in order. And the Blizzard and the Rally gonna be the tools of their trade into this upcoming fight. Right clicks are abound already. Ashy gonna be looking to relocate onto the high points of the map. But in the meantime, with the self-destruct available here for the blue hand side, we'll see though what Hachinwa is gonna be trying to find that angle over the rooftops. Rally though from Miko, gonna be looking to come on over yet again. In the meantime though, here we go with the push. There's Jedi countering Jun, looking for the prime on up. Seems like though our servers having a few issues here and now. But anyway, Jun with the kill yet again. Shots keeping on coming. Shadow though, courtesy of the blue hand side. And Team FFF holding on to the corner. Beautiful DM, beautiful self-destruct! And that is gonna be Hachinwa on notice. The blue diva making things work yet again. First fabulous fighter. Even with all these technical issues abound today for many of these players, for myself included, they have shown that they are completely in control of the situation. And right now, they are going to be back into the fight, taking the advantage, going on the attack first. So hopefully, it seems like we might need to reset the stream after this match. You know, it's a-okay. I feel like we can just split the matches into two anyway, so don't go anywhere if the stream does go down, because we will be right back later on at 9 p.m. for our FES Academy Riptide match. It's been a terrible day, honestly, in terms of the technicals. One FES stream?
Ready for battle.
Oh yeah, hopefully it's okay. And so something's happening. Something's happening today where it has never happened before, and it's highly unfortunate. But I digress, you know, it happens sometimes. Tier 3 production, guys. Tier 3 production. My thing is dying too, but hey.
Everyone signed their life
It's
insurance policy.
it's a problem. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I do need to get a few things fixed up for my setup. But at the same time, with all the malls closed and a very large community quarantine here in the Philippines, well, there's no going out, there's no getting these things repaired, that's for sure. And it's highly unfortunate it's happening today. It's happening right now. But we are going to go on with the show. We're going to finish it up. We're going to go back online at 9 p.m. for our second match. And hopefully you guys can still enjoy. I still appreciate all the feedback in the chats, because those will really help me figure out what the problems are. I did see my OBS disconnect twice already, but did come on back. And we are going to be still coming on into this matchup. So Team FFF going to be playing the Rhine and the Diva. They're trying to go for the push with their standard composition, something they've been very comfortable with to begin with. And Hidden and Lodo trying to trade some kills. The McCree going for the flank already, trying to get in behind. And meantime, Shrine right now staying on with the bulk of the composition. And FES Academy Bhava hugging the corners, hugging the walls as much as possible. More cover, gonna be able to help them out in this instance. Ashley though taking a nap, and that might be the long kiss goodnight here to our May. Gloria right now trying to go for the takedown, but a beautiful ice wall there from Ashley to get on away, lifting himself up to the heavens. And apparently the Angelica not able to get the chase down there. Right now though, Team FFF rolling yet again. Shatter is low in line, gets a slam on Unknown, falling on over. Another team killer perhaps for Team FFF. Absolutely clinical every single time that Malgam gets the stun on. That really is just the decider here for first fabulous fighter. So let's check one out yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like even a replay buffer having some issues, but with the self-destruct available, we'll see how FFF is gonna play this out. The McCree moving over to the right hand side. Amp Matrix gonna be available here and now for Shrine. It's all about making sure that Arcway is covered. But here comes the push from the blue Reinhardts. Trying to make it through, trying to get on over to the other side. But right now though, the Nano Boost gonna be online. Sleep Dart attempted, doesn't get too much. Junapsi with the first frag onto Hidden, and a defensive Blizzard here courtesy of Ashy. It's all about setting things up, but here comes the self-destruct! And the May force the ice block pretty early. Will FFF be able to respond and find a way to actually deal with the opposition? Shatter is available yet again. Damage though being done. Good focus fire here, courtesy of FES Academy Bhava. They know that opposing Reinhardt is pretty much the biggest threat in this match right now. They are trying to stay alive. They are trying to make sure that everything is fine and dandy. Now with the Matrix Online, Shrine can really amplify what Jun is trying to do, but unfortunately, stragglers here for Bhava really gonna cost them all this space. Gonna be so difficult right now for the defense to hold, especially with Hidden priming that Deadeye. Still though, Unknown gets into space, gets the KO there. To the corner though we go, self-destruct like not tossed on that Shatter though will connect! And the bomb unable to get much. Still though with the self-destruct does cover for FES Academy Bhava. They are able to stay alive momentarily, but how can they stay off the opposition? Actually right now, onto a more comfortable Doomfist, trying to get on the way, but that's a C9 there! And first Fabulous Fighter with another map to their name. This time though, very solid efforts from FES Academy Bhava to actually put up a fight, but just isn't enough. And Miko now, with play of the game, the Brigitte, a shining example in many of these scenarios. This is just basically the shatter yet again from our Reinhardt. And there you go guys, King's Row ending in favor of first Fabulous Fighter. Thank you guys for still staying on despite the technical issues, because this match has truly been a showcase courtesy of Team FFF. Now we are waiting on for map number 3, courtesy of FES Academy Bhava. And what map will they pick? Can be actually a big game changer if they decide to go for something like Junkertown. If I remember correctly from their rosters, their players on the DPS role is going to be pretty strong with that double sniper. And at the same time, first Fabulous Fighter did not truly dominate as much as possible yesterday on Junkertown. So it is a potential avenue to go on. There are other maps, of course, in the escort pool, and it seems like FES Academy Bhava really trying to decide what they're going to go on. So actually, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll reset my game real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back, and right now FES Academy Bhava trying to decide what map number 3 is going to be for our escort type. But so far, in this match, first Fabulous Fighter absolutely looking beautiful yet again. Lijiang Tower, that was just an absolute stomp by that point. There was no real redeeming factor for FES Academy Bhava, as first Fabulous Fighter was honestly messing up a few of their movements, especially that Wrecking Ball at the start. So no excuse there for Bhava, if I may be a little harsh on that one. That really could have been a few fights that could have gone their way. That could have been opportunities. It seems like just the chemistry there for the Bhava squad was not on point. But then, they did redeem themselves a little bit on King's Row. It was a hard-fought battle, but eventually FES Academy Bhava able to bait out a number of ultimates from the previous fights, and then move on over to the first point. Unfortunately though, it wasn't the same case on the second objective. It was absolutely clinical yet again from first Fabulous Fighter on the archway at the entrance of that second objective. All about them making sure that they can get those victories. And absolutely huge shatters honestly from Malgam, looking nigh unstoppable on that Reinhardt. It seems like though our map of choice going to be Dorado, and this map does enable a lot of sniper antics, a lot of high ground though to move on around as well. And I do like the variants here. Dorado is a fun map to be in. And it seems like it's time to get on started very soon. Will FES Academy Bhava be able to take a map back and come in looking for a reverse sweep, or will it be the opposite case? But now The mariachi band's gonna be singing as Dorado, gonna be our upcoming map. Now we still are waiting on though, as we are loading into the game, if Team FFF is gonna be going on the attack or the defensive end first. That's gonna be the real question there. A little bit misclick on the lobby. That's that's what happens sometimes. But hopefully, it seems like FFF though gonna be going for a quick little reconnection. But hopefully, we can get into the action shortly. And yet again, guys, by 9 p.m. we are gonna have FES Academy Riptide versus LA Plus. And if this match continues on for a few more maps, then we'll ask them to delay it. If not, we will just hop on in to wherever they are in their matchup. So both FES squads will be showcased today. And I thank you guys for really keeping company here in our open division, trying to see who the best of the region can be. And it's always been a very difficult time in what's been going on in the world. I've also had a few issues here and now with not only production but also in life. But hey, we're here for the show. We're here for Overwatch, and I do love being able to bring you guys the action constantly in this channel for OD Pacific. Okay, I think this next season will be a little better for the Pacific scene. Especially as we saw Korean squads already come on up to contenders. So more or less, the more PAC inclined setups, including the Japanese teams who have really been showing off in this season, they'll be able to get their heyday, and I can't wait to broadcast that action to you guys in the coming weeks. Right now though, it's still week number 8. It's round number 8, week number 4 of the Open Division Pacific, and the new setup really allowing a lot of constant action, constant games, people getting to play constantly compared to like the years prior where it was a season, then it was months before anything happened, and then it was a season again. Like right now it's a very, very fast-paced tier 2 scene, and I don't really mind it. It really allows the players for T3 and below to have more chances to find ways to come back to the tier 2 scene and look to be as potent as possible without any downtime. I've seen that as a problem before, that there are teams that really just disband because of the weight between open divisions, but there are also teams who are disciplined enough to actually scrim in those periods, so they don't really lose on that. So they don't really actually figure out how to play the game. So they're the ones who lose on that. Rather, they're not able to take advantage of the time. And right now, it's just all about the region. It's all about trying to figure out how the servers are going. Tier 3, dude. Open division, that's another thing. It's all about debates. It's all about who can do what. And the rule book, of course, is a pretty open thing. So if we do need an admin, we'll be taking a break here and now. But yeah, Dorado, gonna be our upcoming map. And hopefully everything is a-okay between our two teams. But First Fabulous Fighter really just wants to try to get that sweep, try to finish this up. Because in game, they have really shown that they can just destroy the opposition as much as possible. They can just put up the biggest fights of their lives and still win it out. And at the same time, just those shatters, absolutely magnanimous. That's all we got to say, that's for sure. Anyway though, still, FES Academy Bhava. 2 teams left in the FES Academy program. Way back when, it was 4. Arya, Bhava, Riptide, and Kaizen/BTTB. And then there were 2. But it's still good to see these guys try to go for the grind, try to go for the playoffs into contenders as much as possible. And the big shoutouts, of course, to Tier 2 orgs that set things up for the Tier 3 scene. Like, if you look at it, sure, Overwatch League teams make academy teams for contenders. That makes a lot of sense, especially as it's a really easy way for them to move forward, to actually try and make it to the big leagues, and then continue on with their Overwatch careers. With the T2 to T3 transition, however, this is also a possibility make it easier for a team to get into contenders courtesy of the org's contenders resources, exactly the people they know, and the staff they are under in. All about learning, all about trying to get as good as possible. FES Academy Bhava, I feel like for them, every single match that they are able to play is a match that they can learn from no matter the results. And this will really be a good experience here for the Bava squad if they can find a way to claw back into this match. It's not even about winning, it's just about putting up a fight. And it seems like King's Row was the start of it. Seems like though a substitution is in order. FES Academy Bava. What does Bava even mean? Come on. Like, if I was gonna make like academy teams, first things first, I would pretty much just play around what my name is. So if I'm like Far East Society, maybe a Far West Society, maybe a Near West Society. You guys think that's lame? Kind of sounds lame, but you know, just something a little closer to home. Like you can see that in a few of the other branding. So if I remember correctly, Angry Titans, it was like Olympians. It's still related to the mythology, something like that. Something pretty cool in that instance. And I'm just like, what do the names even mean? That's it's some good stuff right there. It's some good stuff indeed. First Fabulous Fighter in the meantime. If I remember correctly, that's a team name of someone from what, Chinese contenders, if I'm correct about that. Not too sure though. What else has been going on in the Pacific scene? I've been really enjoying seeing the diamond sides. The diamond teams able to do much about just able to play as much as possible. I would love to actually showcase one of those teams later on into the season, but it's just a little too hectic, especially a lot of these seeding matches really going on, trying to see who's to make it to the playoffs or not. So honestly, if there's a team like that who's on the lower end, at the lower side of the brackets, I'd still love to broadcast your match, but at the same time, hopefully if we can just do it at another time, do it at a time that isn't default, that would be even better. The more matches that really matter in terms of the OD playoff season, the better. And the teams right now that we are going to be broadcasting today, well, they are all potential contenders in the playoff brackets, into trials, into contenders itself. So we'll be right back, guys. It's time for a little bit of a server issue. That is what is the Pacific scene is all about. And as soon as we get into game number 3, we'll be into the action. Okay guys, welcome back, and seems like everything is ready to go for our map number 3. Yet again though, we are going to be going into Dorado. And yes, Team FFF taking victories left, right, and center, able to take both Lijiang Tower as well as King's Row. FES Academy though gonna be on the first attack into this one. And in the meantime, on the opposite end, it's Team FFF playing the defense instead. But anyway, it's time to get into our matchup. Into the streets of Dorado we go. We'll see where the payload can actually reach. It's gonna be a fun one here and now. Onto a different server we go, actually, in the Asian region. That is, if I remember correctly, there's nothing that's in the rules that says anything about the data center. It's a little better, of course, especially on the production side if the ping is lower. But anyway, let's get into the matchup and we'll see what Team FFF is going to be playing into. What kind of composition will the attacking side bring to the table though for FES Academy Bhava? FFF going to be on that defense. The gate's going to be opening very, very soon. It's almost time to get back into the battle. Defense though, he'll be running with that Farah and the Mercy, Miko as well as Gloria, looking to make the skies their territory into this one. In the meantime though, it's going to be a Diva and a Ball actually here for the side of first Fabulous Fighter. They're going to want to play a little bit of control using the rooftops as much as possible. But by this point in time, first Fabulous Fighter gonna be on this defense, making this one work. It's all good on the data center thing. The only thing it says on the rules is all about the region. So I believe that is a fair thing. Unfortunately though, I'm not an admin, I'm only a caster, so I don't really interject unless I know something to be true. It's best to let the Battlefy admins tell us what is to be done, since that is their job anyway. They've been doing it for quite a while already. I haven't really seen many new admins, or honestly any old admins leaving in the first place. But anyway, Team First Fabulous Fighter gonna be looking to play this high ground. Diva though of Achunwa zipping on over, hit in the meantime, playing over the Maker. And here we go with a slam on down. Pile driver courtesy of Malcolm, looking to roll on in yet again. Beautiful grapple hook there, actually finding the proper angle to move as quick as possible. And in the meantime, it's going to be Thomas going to be on this main, trying to make sure that this is going to work out here for the red hand side. In the meantime though, Hidden going to be looking to get a snipe or two. The Widowmaker getting the headshot on. And trying to be able to get the takedown there. 2 frags on the board here enough for first Fabulous Fighter. Going to be sticking by the truck in this instance. Ball drive though connecting from first Fabulous Fighter. And they're really trying to go for a choke here on to the archway itself. Standard choke here on Dorado. So potent. Especially if you can get the fully on with the payload in the middle. Sure, it provides cover for the offense, but the defense is happy to find those 2 funnels. And really, Dorado is like a Lego puzzle piece that you are going to be sealing with that payload. Anyway though, here for FFF, Barrage is available. The first Fabulous Fighter even gonna whip out the infra sites as well. In the meantime, there we go with the pile driver. Rock Barrage though from Gloria, just mopping the floor. Nana Boost is there as well. And Team First Fabulous Fighter all about the setup there. And then 3 frags, 4 frags, 5 frags on the board. And even Unknown getting the mech stolen for time right now in this instance. First Fabulous Fighter, 2 minutes in, absolutely stalwarts on this defense. FES Academy Bhava going for that substitution. Ashy flopped on over for Thomas, but they are trying to move on into this one. Blizzard though is available, and Bhava could be looking to come to the corner. Rally though online already. Here goes with the mines. Pile driver not getting much though. Jun gonna get the headshot instead onto Hidden. The self-destruct now looking to come online. Unknown getting the blow up, mopping the floor against the ultimate of the Wrecking Ball. But beyond that, FES Academy Bhava getting no value whatsoever. Counter self-destruct though coming online. Miko in the meantime with the Valkyrie. They're flying on up. Blown though. Shatter trying to get something done. Seems like the Valkyrie pistol enough to get 1 frag. Make that 2. The 2 supports being the true DPS in this scenario. And Gloria, an absolute angel, floating up in the air. It seems like we are gonna be in the presence of an angel here, as the Farah and the Mercy just completely making sure that the lines, the skies, all of that under the domain of first Fabulous Fighter.
Understood.
Now a minute left in this scenario. We'll see if it's gonna be enough. Mana Gusto is available here for Shrine, trying to get the catch on the Wrecking Ball. Doesn't happen. In the meantime, good snipe there. Courtesy Amalgam gets in the face of Jun, and that is going to take down Gloria in the meantime. Kill onto Thomas yet again. Rocket Barrage is available, but not gonna commit onto it. Earlier on, the Rocket Barrage so effective. It seems like First Battles Fighter really having a plan for their ultimates. Can blow things up, can make sure that everything is turned into dust. And now with the mines available, 30 seconds left. First Battles Fighter gonna be looking to stay on to those rooftops. Trying to make sure that Jun is gonna be target right now. And that goes online already. Gloria gonna go for the Rock Barrage, pretty high up. But a DM there, courtesy of the Blue Diva. Gonna make sure that he is protected. With 10 seconds left, it's the Baby Diva of Unknown dying onto the payload. And as we look into the stars, FES Academy Bhava having no real chance now to move on in King's Row. Something like their territory, able to put out fights. But they move on over to a place they don't have a passports. And FES Academy Bhava getting full health here by First Fabulous Fighter.
0-0. Switching sides.
A pretty quick transition here for our teams, and First Fabulous Fighter only needing a small distance to actually get on with the victory. Standard choke on Dorado is their endpoint. And hey, we've seen some really interesting defenses earlier on into the Overwatch League here on Dorado, especially that London Spitfire Washington Justice one. It really is very reminiscent to begin with. But anyway, let's get back into the action. The blue hand side gonna be on that second floor. First Fabulous Fighter playing on to the Farah Mercy yet again. Will they actually go for the Road Dog and the Diva? Could be an interesting composition to begin with. Anyway though, Miko, onto the Mercy we go, dinging those bells as much as possible, giving us a little bit of a serenade. And it seems like even with data center swap, still First Fabulous Fighter feeling it in the rhythm and absolutely on fire. Even the Mercy and the Ana getting a little piece of the action. And apparently it's time to whip out the Genji here for Hidden. The Shuriken Master gonna be tossing on around Cyborg Ninja, floating on over in the skylines. And Team FFF going on the attack. Can drop on down to the payload to get things started. It seems like the Genji gonna be going for the scouts. And in the meantime, it's Hachunwa getting in position. Road Dog right here, right now, though, for Malcolm. He wants to get a few pick-offs. And seems like it's gonna be the Ryan Orisa instead for Lone and Unknown. All about playing the Brawl. They are gonna try to drop on down and put up a big fight with a bulky composition. The Halt, as well as the Hammer, gonna allow Lone to get these far strikes as well as shatters as effectively as possible. But here comes Lone right now, dropping on down, contesting the objective. In the meantime, Wrecking Ball is in order, and First Fabulous Fighter getting the boop on down. The Orisa down below already. Pile Driver now will connect. First Fabulous Fighter just being as pesky as possible, hidden already with the first frag, but Unknown gets a trade on back. Huge fire grenade though, courtesy of 2. And this Ana made such a big difference in so many instances. Rockets now raining on down. Shrine will get taken down there. And the Brigida trying to stay alive. Another kill coming our way. First Fabulous Fighter, just a complete exquisite show here and now. And what is their secret? What kind of fashion show are they going to be bringing us here in Overwatch? Because this is going to be the payload now, taken by our Korean squad. And that is going to be the match. First Fabulous Fighter with a 3-0 win. We will be moving into our second match of the day shortly after the sweep here from First Fabulous Fighter. Play of the game. This is the Nano Barrage, just demolishing whatever FES Academy Bhava wanted to do. We'll see though if Riptide can get some success on this night. But that is going to be our match, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be moving on over immediately to our upcoming match, and hopefully they haven't started. Stick around though, here are our final results real quick. 2-0 on Lijiang Tower, 2-1 on King's Row, and 1-0 on Dorado. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 2.